I had to take me a little trip. You know, quarantines. We trying to expand. We trying to go global out here. So I had to do a little worldwide research.
Podcast research
So
all over the globe, baby.
Took me a quick little trip to the motherland. It was awesome. Shout out Gary Sida, one of the best weddings I ever been to and was a part of. That was awesome. It was cool to just see a bunch of the fam again, be treated like the Kabaka/king that I am. Love the exchange rate out there. What did my sister tweet? She goes, coming back to America just hit different when you was paying $7 for a hookah and $2 for shots. I just can't live here no more.
Right.
I said, you damn right, girl. Like
For real.
When we got that JFK or LaGuardia Airport, and I had to pay $20 for.
I was gonna say that's a
I had to pay $20 for a margarita. I was like,
ooh,
$20.
Oof.
And you want a tip? What? Oh my! Oh, it hurt a brother's feelings. Let me tell you. Oh, it hurt a brother's feelings. But yes, I'm back. The trip was lovely. The first thing I have to highlight is something that I know I've brought up here on this very wonderful program before and off wax. And that is that when I am on the dating apps out there, I might as well be motherfucking Cristiano Ronaldo, Leo DiCaprio, Idris Elba, all rolled into one.
Okay.
And younger. So, ideal.
So, what you expected to happen did in fact.
I knew it was going to happen. So, let me, full disclosure, when I left the States, just in Tinder, you know how it shows you, how many likes you have in the thing? So when I left the States, I had 7 likes sitting in the queue.
In the queue.
It was 7 or 8. Mm-hmm. When I checked Tinder after being in Uganda for 30 hours, I had 50 likes.
Hey!
Okay, all right. And after about 3 days, I had the little 99 plus thing, and it just stayed there. Yeah,
99 plus?
It's still sitting there right now. It's still sitting there right now. It's ridiculous. But,
so, did you or did you not pay for gold?
I did not pay for gold. I spent my money on the vacation.
Okay.
So
fair enough. I hate spending money on
99 plus. It's right there.
99 plus.
I'm not lying to.
There it is.
Not lying to the people. Kids. Not lying to the people. Now,
ain't nobody lying.
And you can even scroll and see some of the matches that were at the top.
Let me just take a little gander here.
But I say all this to say that.
Selena.
Okay, all right. You can name it. They're literally 8,000 miles away. It doesn't matter.
It's your baddie, okay.
But so about halfway through the trip, I realized something that I hate the I told you so type situations, but I realized I might just be you on the apps when I'm over there.
What does that mean?
Which means I just don't give a fuck about most of these matches. Hey. I have no interest in talking to them. They just seem boring and
Yeah. Okay. Can I read this one? This is hilarious.
Go ahead.
This girl. Okay. Wait. Let's look at her pics. First of all, her first picture. This might be a bot, low-key. I don't know. Anyway, she's not showing her face in the pic.
Yeah, very strategery over there.
Anyway, this is the full conversation. Lume says, hello. Insert name here. She said, hello. That's at 1:15 a.m. Lume says, how are you today? That's at 1:24 a.m. You saucy.
The worst part is I probably was still getting to the sauce.
No, for sure.
But anyways, continue.
Anyway, okay, so hello, how are you today? I'm all right, thanks. How are you? Lume says, pretty good, actually. 4 a.m. 4:45 a.m. She says, that's nice. That's it. That's the whole combo.
Yeah.
What the fuck? You are me. Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so here's the thing. Like, I know most of these girls, like, and I mean, I've spoken with people that live there and like family members, whatever. I know a lot of these girls see my profile, know that I'm from America, and just got green cards in their eyes. So
Okay.
I understand that they're pursuing me at the very least for that, or at the very most for that. At the very least, they're like, hey, this man got money, more money compared to the motherfuckers we usually dealing with around here. Let's go get a nice little night on the town. Like,
Okay.
I remember one time I matched with this girl who literally wanted me to buy her a birthday cake because her birthday was coming up. And now, while the actual cost of the cake, like relative
It's not
to
really
American
what's at
dollars,
issue, right?
was nothing. Like, I could have easily done it. I was just like,
Yeah.
why am I buying you
Just a little blatant. Just a little
birthday
too on the
cake?
nose.
Yeah, I'm like, what? But yeah, I just like a lot of conversations were exactly like what she read, where it'd just be a little bit back and forth. I was definitely probably intoxicated on half
Most
of them
the
at
time,
least.
Yeah.
And yeah, no one was just saying anything interesting. Like, they didn't want to like say anything. And I was like, hey, because a lot of these girls are aggressive, which I actually appreciate.
I mean,
Like,
yeah, I
they're
think we all wish
they're
that.
like initiating the conversation, saying what's up. So I'm like, that's cool. You have some kind of interest.
Yeah.
Then also I'm like, you're not really saying anything. And I'm like, now you want me to do something. And I'm like, I'm on vacation. And you know me, the last
That's
thing
part
I'm
of it too,
the
definitely.
last thing I'm doing on vacation is anything that rhymes with work.
Yeah.
Except for twerk.
If there's one thing you've always said.
Except for twerk. That's the only one. So I was like, no, I'm good. But
Right.
yeah, I just had no real vigor to get into it. And now the other thing is, well, I guess there's two things, but one of the things is half the places I was out at, I knew for a fact I saw some of these girls.
Oh, interesting.
And it's like,
I feel like that never happens to me, but okay.
you make eye contact and it's like, why do you look familiar? But I'm also like, if you're not going to come approach me, I'm not coming to approach you because I have a whole group of people that I'm hanging out with, including what we'll discuss later. So it's like, I don't really need to go pursuing these random people. Like,
yeah. It's tough. The vacation situation is very bizarre because you're towing this line between wanting to hang out with the people that you paid good money to go on vacation with and not just random strangers.
mm-hmm.
But also, like, you don't want to give up golden opportunities if you've got them. So it can be a little, how sticky it gets.
It's a fine line. That's full show.
And certainly, if you're confident that like bitches know you're American and are like just got dollar signs in the eyes. I mean, I'm the first one to say like money is
Go get your money,
attractive, but at the same time, it's like, okay, are we vibing or not? To your point, like. Dry as fuck, like,
and you know my simp ass, like, I'm gonna be out here thinking that these girls really love me, and then in the morning they're gonna be like, hey, pay up, and I'll be like, oh, oof. Awkward, awkward. So I try to avoid those situations when I'm over there now, and just like I let the people that want to know
like,
put in the real,
see how
put
shit
the
plays
real
out.
effort, but I mean, overall. It's good to know I still got it a little bit. So, that part.
It's good to, and it's also good to confirm that the app is in fact playing you. Like,
oh yes,
that's always reassuring to me, at least.
Yes, no, it's good to know that it's still churning me out, so that's fine. Like, but I mean, I ain't gonna front. The trip, it did give me a little. I'm not gonna say it's Lume got his groove back, but Lume got his groove back.
Set your mind right. Got it. Yeah. Set a little fire under the
good little
toes.
Reset. First of all, like I said earlier, I was in my cousin's wedding.
Yeah.
And we got suited and booted. We got the custom suits, so it was all like tailored, everything nice. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I'm not gonna front, Kristen. I don't be coming out here tooting my own horn. I let other people do that. I'm fake humble, but I looked fucking good. Like, My goodness, I look good.
I have to say, you know,
check the IG. I was looking clean.
I checked the literature on this one. I did. I checked all the literature.
I was looking clean.
These suits were chef's kiss. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, the little velvet on the thing.
Yeah,
and shit.
it was
like,
good.
Oh man,
it was real good.
I'll probably wear the jacket on one of these upcoming episodes.
Hit.
Like, so
I was impressed. And the venue with the whole skyline and everything. This motherfucker's up on this hill like he's fucking really king out here. Like,
oh yeah, it was Kabaka vibes for days.
I was impressed.
And I mean, while I wasn't out here running around on the Tinders and doing that, I'm not gonna say that I fumbled the bag every night when I was in UG.
No, you wouldn't.
There was at least one evening where, you know, I enjoyed myself.
King of podcast research out here. He's not gonna fumble all the bags.
Game 6, Clay, get on my back, girl. Okay, so I made sure to utilize said good ass looking suit to the maximum of its potential.
Well, and that's the thing is that, like, especially like, okay, so you're implying that like there were chicks at the wedding. Fine, we know you don't have to say too much, but to your exact point, like, if there's already people around you that you are like having this flirtation with, that's yet another reason why, like, going off to the strangers is something that may or may not hit.
A little
like,
more risky.
It's just like, do I really even give a fuck to do this and fumble this bag with what I got going on here? Even if that shit don't play out like to the fucking total level, like smash, it's still like, you know, you still can get your kicks. Like, it's fun to have a little flirtation, especially when you're on vacation. It's like almost less pressure, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
But another thing I did discover about myself, you know, I can't remember what episode. I don't like highlighting the I told you so CEO props, but I have to give where credit is due. Like, you called out the unretirement, and since I've been unretired, something I've definitely noticed, and I noticed very clearly while I was in UG, I'm so awkward, like, with, like,
what?
flirting and, like, the whole thing, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm literally, like,
you better go back and listen to Flirting 101, my boy.
I'm probably going to have to. I just, you know, I was trying to pay all them roaming charges, so I was just like, you know, whatever. But, like, yeah, I'd be like, okay, you know, you get to a point, you know, ooh, we have a good night. Oh, maybe there's a little make out here, a little whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, all right, now we fast forward to the next day. You know, like, what am I supposed to do the next day? I'm like, didn't we pass all this? Like,
okay. So
I'm like, I get it. Like, I know I'm supposed to do something, right? Like, I'm not, like, out here ignorant. But it's like, I'm just awkward. So then I'd just be there, and I'd be like, well, you was, like, on me 12 hours ago. Now I need to be, like, doing something. Like, but I need to be doing something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know. It's just
it's hard to sustain.
Awkward.
I agree that it can be difficult to sustain, like, that little, like, flirty vibe
the
over like
vibe.
A long period of time. The same thing has kind of been happening to me. I wasn't going to put this on wax, but this is like so applicable that I will. This is kind of applicable to when you were gone, but really the past like maybe month or two. I don't even know where this is going to go, so I'm just going to blatantly say it. I've been hiding it. But I've been flirting with this dude that he doesn't live in my building. He works at my building.
Fair.
Well, I've been trying to flirt with him. At this point, I'm so confused as to his like intentions or anything.
What's up with him? Yeah,
because it's sort of the same thing of like I felt like I was really putting myself out there, like being real obvious with it, right? Mm-hmm. And at first, I felt like he was sort of reciprocating, but then like I don't know, it's just like time goes on, and it's like, wait, are we flirting? Are we just friends?
Exactly. Are you just taking this conversation in a way that I don't know why you're taking it that way, or am I improperly executing like what I'm trying to get across?
Am I not getting the point across? Like, it's like I witnessed him, and I'm sure the same for you. It's like you spend enough time with somebody, like if they're a good person, like you witness them be nice and do nice things for other people. Like, he's there, I'll be talking to him, like somebody else comes by who I don't even know who lives in the building, but he knows them because he works there, so they'll have his job to know. They'll have a little ta kiki, whatever. I'm just standing there, and it's not like he's like being rude to me or anything like that, but it's just like, okay, so you're this nice to everyone, or
I know, right? Like, damn, so you just be like that, like,
yeah.
And you know, for me, it's like it's like a level of like attention
Yeah.
where it's like, okay, especially for like this most recent trip where I'm like, we're on vacation, we're outside. I'm like, if you are constantly only sitting next to me or like
are we a couple? Like, this is like a lot. Yeah.
Just certain things where I'm like,
right.
I think this is good, but then also I'm like, so now what am I supposed to do? Because I'm like, if you're already out here doing half of that, I'm like, and we've already done XYZ. I'm like, why do I now have to recite the ABCs back again? Like, I feel like, again, this is just unretired. You don't just come out going 60 pointers in the Madison Square Garden right away. Like, you know, but like, I don't know. I just realized, like, man, I'm very awkward at this. Like,
I don't know. I don't know if it's, I mean, sure. Like, I'm hearing you, and I don't necessarily disagree with what you're saying, but like, I feel like it just is awkward. It's not necessarily you when it's almost like you're in this confined space because you're on vacation with this group, and so there's no real opportunity to like miss them, so to speak.
But even like, if I were to remove from like the trip and just like being here, like there's people that I see, you know, not all the time when we go out, but like, you know, certain times when I go out, like semi-regularly. And I'd be like, oh, well, we vibed that one time. And it's like, now I see you again. We're vibing similarly, but like, I'm not sure if I was supposed to do some more or not do more, and it like, because you're right. The vacation is definitely a more different thing because you're just more confined, and it's like you kind of have to almost depend on your group because it's like, hey, we all out here together. Like, that's the thing.
And to be fair, it is actually genuinely better when there's someone in the group that's on vacation with you that you can flirt with. Like, I'm not trying to be like totally like fucking. Oh, just, you know.
First of all, I wouldn't have allowed you to do that since you literally sat on this podcast for like 10 episodes talking about wanting to play House of Mexico. So I definitely wouldn't have. I would never let you say that. I'm
not trying to say like it's all fucking bad for sure, not. No. But there is this thing about like, how do we sustain this sexual tension over? How long were you there? Fucking 20 days, like 15 days.
Okay, relax. Shit? It was like 13 days or 14 days, something like that. But I mean. Yeah, it's weird. I guess I'm just talking it out, you know. I'm coming to the people because y'all know better than me.
I mean, taking it to the more generalized like life thing. I don't know. I've found this as well that it's like it's kind of a question in my mind lately, especially like post COVID now, is like how like forward is the person supposed to be? Because sometimes it's just like too much and it's creepy and annoying, and then sometimes it's like a breath of fresh air when it's like you said, like you like it that the girls are like more aggressive there. It's like, okay, like I feel like, are we all just wanting people to be more aggressive? We do until we don't, you know?
I want it just to a point, but then once I'm like, I mean, like once you like jumped on top of me now, I'm like, now we're good. Like, we I feel like we've now crossed the threshold. Like, should be good. Yeah. But the
other problem I have with this guy at the building is that I specifically brought up quarantines to him very, very early on in our like knowing each other. Yeah. To try to like put that like flirty vibe out there because I felt like I had to be the one to sort of like initiate a little bit since he's at work.
I was about to say, he's on the job.
So I'm like, let me just like be the one like making moves here, which I was very happy to do for a while.
But now
I'm just kind of like, okay, like I literally like fully made it clear that I will like come specifically to talk to you and just you, not these other motherfuckers.
Facts.
And not that they're great too, but like they're
you're not hating on them as
I'm not hating on them. Yes. Yeah. But like, and then I bring up the podcast and like we've talked about it multiple times because like he always works a shift when I come over here, like when I'm leaving to come record. So he's like, oh, what's the topic? We have a little do. Yeah. You know, like sexy stuff. Like one time I told him to watch F-Boy Island. I was like show. Made a joke about how he's an F-boy and he was like, no, like you, blah, blah, you know, just like these little flirty things. Yeah. So this went on for like a couple of weeks and then I'm just like, okay, like I felt like I've said the things, done the things. what are you doing? Like, I even one time went so far as to be like, yeah, you need to just like come up and take a shot while you're on the job when you get bored, because he works kind of like the evening / night shift.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's there
Late.
Thursday, Friday nights. It's like, oh yeah, just like come knock up on my door. You know where it
Hey,
is.
bring me a shot.
So I'm like really saying.
I was about to say, you are, girl. You from
I'm not capping.
You from Uganda? Sure.
That I'm saying. So I'm like, how does this guy not write? Like, how does this guy not know that like I'm fully being like sexual when I'm like come up to my door and come in my place and have a shot before you like go back end your shift? Like, hello.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like, you're saying it and I'm hearing it and I'm like, oh, yeah, that's like fumbleitis. But then I'm like, I feel like if I played video for you from like my past 2 weeks, you'd be like, hey, bro, that's fumbleitis right there. I'd be like, where? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, hindsight is 2020. It's fair.
I'm like, are you sure? I feel like that was right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I just...
We just need to, like you said, you can't go 0 to 60. You came out of the retirement. I don't know what the fuck my problem is. I have no excuse, but for you, you at least have the excuse of just going out of the retirement. I'm just out here fucking shooting in the dark and missing, I guess.
Yeah, it's not like riding a bike, apparently. Like, I was hoping it was, but it is most certainly not. It is most certainly not. But, I'm going to keep doing this research or whatever, but... No, otherwise, the rest of the trip was great. I know you thought it was like horrific when I told you we was going out like 7 days in a row and shit like that. But I mean, life is just different there.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, horrific, horrific in the sense of like, I don't know if I could really manage it. Like, that sounds fucking great. Like, partying for that long is like perfect. Sign me up. But then in reality, like,
But, I mean, another thing there is like, almost every place, the kitchen is just like the place. It doesn't really close. Like, they might run out of certain foods, but the kitchen does not close.
Now
so, like,
you're talking.
We're always eating. Like, shout out to our friendly neighborhood egg roll dealer.
For real.
Vic Damone. He is always loving the spaces because we can roll up there, and at 2 a.m., he can order some hot tea and a meat platter and just watch us continue to get fucked up for the next 2 hours when he's like, I'm just going to let this itis take me home.
Okay.
And go to bed nice and comfortable. So that's the other thing, too. You're eating so, like, awkward timing and late that you never really wake up hungover.
Okay, because
like,
you're eating as you're drinking because the kitchen's just open.
Exactly. So you're soaking and it's just like, we're just vibing. The other thing, at least for me and people I'm with usually, is because we love the DJs there. You know how much I love the Afro beats and whatever.
You do, yes.
We're
confirmed.
dancing a lot.
Okay.
Which is also an alcohol diffuser, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, we are vibing. We are up, running around, doing the whole thing. Of course, the kids was partaking in the hookah, even though I know there's a video that maybe may not be on IG of me with a little hookah puff, but that was birthday behavior. We don't count that.
Hookah man.
But yeah, there's just like so much stuff there. And I think the other thing too, which is funny, is, and this is a knock, but also like a savior, service is not as fast there as it is here.
Okay.
So you're almost like not allowed to get drunk as fast. Unless you do what we were doing a lot of times, which is just buying a bottle.
Yeah, well, like, that too. Yeah,
we're just
fine.
getting fucking bottles and like sitting it there. But like, yeah, I don't know. It's just the vibe is just so different because this place will be blaring music, right? Like as loud as any club here in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
But it's like an outdoor place. It's in like the back of like, let's say like a hotel. And there'll just be like 15 people there. And so it's like, oh, we're just kicking it. But
so it's not like packed.
They're blaring the music as if you were packed. One of my favorite nights was literally we went to this place called The Vault, and it's a very nice, fancy, like literally it's like a mini exchange with like a more outdoor vibe.
Yeah.
And we were the only motherfuckers in there. Literally, it was our group of like maybe 10 people and this like fake date that was going on, and they looked like they were happy that it was empty until we walked in and we like sat like 2 booths away from them. And you could tell like halfway through, they were like, the girl was like, dang, they look like they're having way more fun over there than we are. And I was like, hey, bro, you gotta exit, man. You gotta go somewhere else.
Right.
Like we are having too much fun. Like go somewhere else.
I don't know if I would like that though. I like people watching. I like it when there's lots of people around.
No,
C&B scene type thing.
I mean, yes, but I mean, it was like a Tuesday night.
Oh, well. There you go. Back on the vacay vibe.
Yeah, like this is a Tuesday night, so I didn't really expect anybody to be out. And we literally went out the next night to that same exact spot, and it was fucking packed. Same time, same everything. So they just randomly didn't want to be out that night, which was to our benefit. But yeah, I think like the culture here like is so much more like you go out, and I mean, I'm not even saying this is like a bad thing because I do it as well, but like you're going out to like just have a bunch of drinks in usually a quick amount of time, or you're going specifically for like a sporting event in which you're still having a whole bunch of drinks in a quick amount of time. You're not really thinking about your food consumption like at all. I mean, here in MN, you know, we don't really have like a lot of like hookah spots there like that. Like, but there it's like everybody just has all of it. And it's like you're going out to like, it sounds so simple, but like you're going out to have fun.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily always get the vibes of that here.
Right.
And again,
it's more relaxed is basically the main thing you're getting at.
Like it's relaxed till it's not.
Yeah, but in a sense of not like literally relaxed, like not as lit, but more just relaxed in terms of like anything is possible, as they say.
But you know what's not relaxed over there compared to here?
What?
Motherfuckers come correct. People dress up all the time.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I could go for that either.
But it's, first of all, it's not necessary. Like, you're American, they don't care. Like, you'll be fine. Like, it's not required.
Oh,
like,
well, I'm not talking about me visiting. I'm just talking about like in general living in a place like that.
No, I mean, there's only one place I went to there was a dress code, and I may have pulled some upset American things, but that's not the point. Point is, everywhere else you can go, it doesn't fucking matter what you're wearing. Like, you're cool. They don't card you anywhere. They literally just pat you down, let you in, you're good. It doesn't matter.
Done.
So, but it's like, just from a guy standpoint at least, knowing I'm gonna go out, and yeah, maybe the girls aren't bringing like their best of the best all the time, but like I'm
they're
not
dressed up. It's not flannels and
I'm not seeing them in half your quarantines outfits. I'm not seeing them in
Nike shirt. Hey.
I'm not seeing them in those sweatpants and hoodies. Like, I don't know. I just know I miss it already.
Yeah, you loved it.
I can't wait to go back.
10 out of
I'm
10.
in my depression state here back in America, but what can you do?
But you got the groove. You're going to take this into another little momentum situation, hopefully.
Well, we'll see what we can do. I might have to set up some flights out to some other places more locally based on the trip. We'll see.
Oh, God.
No comment. So it's fine.